The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Fournette on the toss to the right. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
A loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. He rifles one that's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Denver.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
It's a game.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
6-yard line.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play,
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he stopped immediately there. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Newton on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete.
Got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They will go for it. Now Newton. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hollywood, Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Not much there, only a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice shot.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown.
Leonard Fournette. His 6th touchdown of the season. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
4 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, Newton. And his throw here is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's second down.
Incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
14. Broncos 13.
Now here's Pollard. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tony Pollard, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
6 yards.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here we go on 4th down with Burrow. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got this down to the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Denver.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. That's out to his running back, Fournette. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
28-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Marquise Brown with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
Is good.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is up to 15 now.
13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. It's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the Raiders have got him. Jalen Johnson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
At the 2.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tony Pollard, 79 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
For the extra point.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll try and run it. Loses the football. but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That catch good for only a couple.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that is incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Von Miller and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, here's Newton. Smith catches left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
The shotgun snap for Newton. That's caught. It's Thomas. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal.
A 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders are pouring it on. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, he was trying to make something happen there outside of the pocket, but ultimately what did happen was a loss of yardage.
Yeah, he held on to it for a long time, didn't he? As you talked about trying to make something happen, hoping something would come open, but it didn't. Ends up shoveling it off, ends up going for negative play.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Brad.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's into the hands of Reynolds. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Leonard Fournette, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Fournette.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And probably the wise decision there. No one open, he just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. 4th down, here's Joe Burrow. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
A 7-yard
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go larga. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll run with Pollard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Pollard.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only that, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Down left side of the swing pass. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A final shot now for Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Irresponsible without your money, I'm not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Yeah, we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Thought irresponsible without your money, I'm not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You was scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you, cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. Now I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Touch the driver's sauce, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a mail. You you ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause
The
I feel like I'm
Texans
fulfilling
are
all
now
the
on the
rules.
clock.
Freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex I went in.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us.
The Rams are now on the clock.
How did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle.
The Rams are now on the clock.
How she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the